Hi there and welcome to the channel. My name's Shane. Today we're going to continue our journey into making this tractor work properly again. As you can see here, I have removed the PTO housing so that I can get access to the hydraulic pump. I need to replace the seals in there. And I'll take you through my process, good, bad, ugly, of taking this PTO housing off and the fun times I've had in that process. So stay with us. If you'd like to see this kind of content, like and subscribe down below. And I'll be back with how this thing came off. So the manual says to install 2 guide studs of 7/16 UNC by 75 millimeters to help remove the PTO housing, I guess. So what we'll do is we'll take this 7/16 UNC bolt, it's about 4 inches long. We'll cut the head off of it to make it into a stud. I've got my Dremel tool out here with me to do that. Let's clamp it in the vise and let's make sure it's going to stay there. Okay. Safety squints engaged. Make sure I don't knock anything over. It's been a while since I've used my Dremel. Let's hope it goes through. Gotta do 2 of these. Okay, now that we've got that head taken off, we're going to use a chamfer tool to round the head off a little bit. We'll see how this works. First time using this thing. I think it goes forward. Yeah. See how it works. Hey, that works out pretty well. Nice. Need to grind the end a little flat, but that's good. I'll redo that in just a second and make this all nice and pretty. Okay, so now I've got 2 of these studs that I can use for removing the PTO housing. They're a little different in length, but that's okay. Cleaned them up, chamfered the edges there with that neat little tool. I found that on Amazon. It works pretty good. I need to quit saying so much. I'll try to cut as much of that out as I can. I need to be more cognizant of my ums and uhs and buts and but yeahs and all that kind of mess. All right, let's take the PTO housing off. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off this PTO housing by removing all of these bolts around here. I'll take these 2 on this side and this side off first and install those studs that I've made into here before I take anything else off. I need to get me a new socket wrench. 1/2 inch one at least. This thing is not working very well. Could use a breaker bar, but whatever. Let's do it where I can't see. Did I get it? There we go. Just loosening all these bolts. before I do anything, I'm just loosening them all up. All right. That pretty much gets it. You're working back here, a little hole right there is a nice little spot to put tools. Just don't forget they're there. Bolt number 1. And maybe I should take this off, the PTO select, speed selector. Maybe I should take that off. So I've got I guess I can just drive a pin out and take that off. I don't know. I might not. This depends on if I can get over here. I've got a engine hoist that I purchased at Harbor Freight a few weeks ago with a load leveler. I had a coupon and it was quite a good deal. You're looking for some help. Man, these bolts are nasty. Where's my camera? Get it in the sunshine there. Sorry about the quality of the video here. I'm in the afternoon sun on a Sunday. It's just coming through right over there. So you may get some glare. All right, let's test and see if our studs are going to fit. Two studs. I drained all the hydraulic fluid out of here, a week or 2 ago. It looked okay. It wasn't milky or anything, but it had some dirt, that kind of stuff in it. Not sure how far I should thread these in, but they are threading in. That's a good thing. It's threading in quite a ways. This other one didn't thread in quite as good. I'll have to take it out and redo it. Oh yeah, there's trash all in there. Oh yeah, this thread's nasty. I might have to clean all these threads out. I need a set of thread chasers. Got a tap and die set, but I'm kind of iffy about running a tap down these holes. I'd rather use a thread chaser. It's just not going in really well. I know you guys can't see on this other side, but I'll stop the video here and see if I can't get that threaded in all the way. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I got that stud in there. You can see it here. I had to break out a pair of vice grips, get it to actually turn. My fingers just couldn't get enough traction on it. And let's see if we can't get some of this stuff out of here. All right. We're free. It's held up by the studs and I'm assuming some dowel pins inside of there. I'm gonna have to get me some gasket material to remake a gasket to go on this when I reassemble it. Yeah. First time for everything. About to take a PTO housing off for the very first time. Okay, so I've got this load leveler hooked up to my 2-ton picker. I've got it set on the 1/2-ton setting. I don't think this is going to be 1,000 pounds, so I've got it extended as far as I can get it, just so that I can put it over there on my workbench. So we'll see how this comes apart, if it does. Just want to get a little bit of tension on it. You can see it move just a hair there. All right. I don't know where I should put the leveler just yet. Maybe I should have removed the seat. It's okay. Need to flip up these mounting brackets for this wiring harness thing, I guess. Get those out of the way. I got all the bolts out of there? I do. I've got a catch basin down here to catch any oil that comes out. Look at there. It's free. Man, I could not have done this without that. Good job. When I'm reinstalling it, I'll take the seat off so I can get it closer. All right. We are off. Man, that was easier than I thought it would be. Ow, my knee. Ow, my head. There's a boom right there. Let's hope I hadn't screwed anything up. Hello, pump. I see my pump. The whole purpose of me coming in here is to see if I can get this pump resealed. I'm gonna let this sit right here for just a moment and drip. Move these pig mats over. Thank you to Diesel Creek. His channel, I watch him, what's this guy on, I can think his name's Matt? Yeah, Matt on Diesel Creek. His channel has been great for learning about pig mats and how they can absorb oil. I'm just gonna let that sit right there and drain for a little while. So back in a little bit. Now we'll try to take it and move it over there and put it on the workbench so I can clean it up a little bit. And as you can see, just put a big mat in there to absorb any oil. This thing is nasty. Look up here. Man, that thing's dirty. I hope I built my workbench to where this would fit under it. I thought about it, but I don't know if I did. We're about to find out. This thing's a little heavy, and my concrete is rough out here. I don't think we're going to fit. I don't fit. I made it too narrow. Oh, Shane. You idiot. Measure twice, cut once. So close. Yet so far. Man, I'm gonna have to notch that out. I'm gonna have to notch that leg out of there. Oh, so this thing will fit up underneath. Okay, so I got it over there finally. I had to notch out one of my legs. The cherry picker now fits under the table. Yay. All pressure off. It is. Good. Okay. I'll disconnect everything and get it all situated. Clean that up a little bit, and then we'll work on getting the pump off. Here is the pump down there, as you can see. We'll work on getting that off. Barry's got a couple of videos on removal of the PTO housing, removal of the pump, reconditioning the pump, resealing the pump. Barry's got a lot of videos on that. If you want to see a pump rebuild, go look at Barry's videos. He's got the videos out there. I will show you any questions I have, any kind of issues that I have, anything that I think may be bad about the pump. I will make a video recording that If I find any issues, I'll post them on the David Brown Tractor Forum and get the guys over there to help me out. I don't want it to just sit here and hang while I clean it, just by the bolts and the threads. I just want to lift it, set it down, lift it, set it down. Just try to protect those threads as much as I can. Basically just getting it closer to the yard to clean up. I started cleaning up this side. You can't see on the bench over there a day or so ago. And you got dirt and trash and stuff all over my bench. I'm just like, I'm about to be working on a hydraulic pump over there. I really need it to be fairly clean. So moving this out a little bit so I can work on it out here. The ability to control a heavy load, awesome with these, especially when I go to remove the ram shaft and valve chest out of here. I've removed the ram shaft and valve chest out manually. And let me tell you, that sucker's heavy. I don't recommend it. Having a way to control it, highly useful. You'll see that in the upcoming video, I hope, of me removing the valve chest again. Can I reach over there at the same time I'm doing this? Yes, I can. Not quite happy with how that looks. It's bowing that piece of plywood fairly bad. I'm going to put some 2x4s underneath there to give it some stability. Okay. So let's try this little operation. It's off and leave it about right there. And set it down. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I can get around it. I'm going to use my Dremel tool and a kind of a nylon brush to get in here and clean all this mess out. I am going to have to put something over the top of this to keep the trash and dirt out of the gearing for the hydraulic, for the PTO shaft. When I took this off, you can't see it, but I took a felt tip marker, a Sharpie, and I marked the end of the shaft here where it was before I took the whole PTO shaft off, so that maybe I'll have a little bit better luck in getting this thing reattached and the gears lined up on the inside. That's going to be a fun little task. I hope it goes well. Lord, I hope it goes well. There is still oil down in here, oil down in this cavity for the gearing for the PTO shaft. I haven't extracted any of that yet. I'm not planning on taking apart the PTO shaft or any of this. I do need to replace the oil seal right here. It's leaking right out of here. Annoying as all get out, because when I'm out plowing or disking, oil gets all over the bottom of where you hook the what do you call this thing that sits at the bottom of the tractor where you hook on the drawbar plate thing, whatever. It drips right down there on it, and then dirt gets on it, and it just cakes up, and it's a mess. Here's the other side of the PTO housing. And here's everything off. I did remove the hydraulic pump. I'll do another video on the hydraulic pump. Put a towel over it just to keep it somewhat clean in there. I don't want bugs and kind of critters to crawl up in there. I have a problem with that kind of thing normally, but all right, that's pretty much it. I'll get back out here in a little while and start cleaning up this thing. Get you out of the sun. Get a better view. There we go. I need to get a better camera setup. I'm just using my iPhone here. So I did not remove this, as kind of obvious, but I got to get in here and get some of this trash and mess out. I mean, just look. I mean, nastiness everywhere from years and years of usage and abuse. Well, not abuse per se. We've kept this thing pretty well under a shed, out of the elements for several years, from its whole existence, really. Just needs some love. I'm trying to think about whether I want to paint this or not. Paint the whole, I do want to paint the whole tractor eventually. I'll sandblast it a little bit, prime it, paint it. That's going to be a little bit of an expense. Kind of like the rusty patina of it, but I do want to see it back in its pristine painted shape. But before I do that, I want to make sure mechanically this tractor is sound. I want to make sure that the hydraulic pump, the hydraulic valve chest, and everything is in great working order. I want to refurbish all of that. That's really my whole purpose with doing all of this, is to make sure this thing will work. I'm not going to put lipstick on a pig. I'm not just going to paint it and have all the internals and the mechanical parts not work properly. I want to make sure all of that is addressed before I start making this thing look pretty again.